All right, so we're gonna start with the cream of mushroom soup. Now, I know you probably have a can of that nasty condensed stuff, and quite frankly, do you sit and eat that? Ugh. I mean, it's good to cook with, right? Gives you a little creaminess without making a cream sauce, although, hello, cream sauce is not hard to make. That being said, that's not necessarily what you want on a cold day to warm you up. So, homemade cream of mushroom soup, here we go. So I've got a whole stick of butter. You say, wow, Cindy, that's way too much for me. Okay, fine. Cut it down to half a stick of butter and use some oil instead. You could use all oil. That being said, you're gonna lose some of the richness that we're doing here. All right, so I have a stick of butter and I have one large onion. Okay, this is a big onion that I've just diced up. You see the little dices? And I'm gonna dump that in my pot. Then we need to season up our onions, right? I'm gonna move that across. And so we're gonna do salt. I'm gonna say a teaspoon, and to me, a teaspoon is 2 of these. You measure if it makes you happy. If it makes you happy. And then we're gonna need a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then to our onions, we're gonna add, let me just leave that on the top, garlic. Now, you know that my favorite thing is roasted garlic, right? And so if you have roasted garlic, then use that. But I know that a lot of you don't have roasted garlic. So I'm gonna say, if you're using fresh garlic, this is probably 4 or 5 cloves, 4 to 6 cloves. Now, to this, we're making mushrooms, so we need to add some mushrooms. I have a package, and I think they're 8-ounce packages. This is button mushrooms, so these are what everybody is probably familiar with. These are easy, these are cheap, but they don't have a lot of flavor, okay? These, which look very similar, right, are baby portobellos. They're in the grocery store, they're called baby bellas, okay? So these are baby bellas. They have a little bit more flavor. And then here we have shiitake mushrooms. These are called shiitake mushrooms. I'm gonna slice these up in just a bit. So I'm gonna dump these sliced mushrooms. You can buy them sliced. If they're the same price as the big ones, then that's fine. But if not, you know, it doesn't take much to slice some mushrooms, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and slice up the shiitakes. Now, so I'm gonna leave the stems on. You don't have to. If you wanted to, you could pop that off. That's wholly up to you. Or you could cut it off, but see, it pulls right off. Wholly up to you. I'm just gonna give these a slice, okay? Long slice pot. All right, so I've just put the shiitakes in as I was cutting them. We're gonna give that a stir. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add my herbs, not herb, but herbs to this. I'm using fresh basil and fresh Italian flat leaf parsley. Now I know, and I'm just gonna give it a chop. This is about, when I get done being chopped, it'll be about 2 tablespoons fresh chopped. And I know that you guys are probably like, does she use any fresh herbs other than basil, Italian flat leaf parsley, cilantro, and mint? Because those are the ones I use all the time. And my answer is, I have pots of those in my backyard, and so that's why I use those. Okay, so here is our fresh basil going in with our mushrooms, and then the same with the flat leaf parsley. It'll be about 2 tablespoons of flat leaf parsley. So now what do we have in here? 1 large onion, 4 to 6 minced garlic, salt, pepper. We have our mushrooms. We have a package, all sliced up. We have a package of button, a package of baby bellas, and then a package of shiitake mushrooms that we sliced up and put in here. Okay, so there we go, that's going. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning, and I know you're probably gonna chuckle at me. Smoked paprika has the most wonderful flavor, but it is different than sweet paprika. So really, if you don't have smoked paprika, don't just use regular paprika, because regular paprika is sweet, and that's not, I don't think that that's a flavor we want in here. Okay, man, it looks good and it smells really, really great. All right, now to this, we're gonna add some vegetable stock. If you don't have vegetable stock and you have chicken stock, you certainly can use that. But here I'm using big old vegetable stock, okay? Okay, there we go. Smush. Okay. I'm gonna decide whether I'm gonna use the other one or just use that. I'm just gonna put like 2 dashes, 1, 2 of Worcestershire sauce in there. You don't have to. I think Worcestershire gives it like a smoky, salty, I don't know. It's kind of like adding, to me, it's like adding soy sauce to something, right? Just so yummy. Okay, I'm gonna let this cook just for a little bit. So while this is coming to a boil, let's work on our crab salad, shall we? Crab salad. We're gonna need a bowl. Now this is not my bob, you know, I make fun, but this is not my big old bowl. This is my mob, my medium old bowl. So it's just a medium-sized bowl. And into the medium-sized bowl, I'm going to put 8 ounces of cream cheese, softened. You need it at room temperature. Then we're gonna need 8 ounces of sour cream. Now, you might ask, why am I making crab salad? Well, because I had this big thing of faux crab meat. Now, I know some of you, especially those of you who live near the sea or something like that, are shuddering. Like people who live in North Carolina or someplace, you're shuddering, aren't you, that I'm using faux crab. But I'm just telling you, the difference is really in price is huge. Huge, I tell you. And so if you want to treat yourself to something that tastes, you know, I'm gonna put this on bread, or you could eat it with crackers. But, you know, I don't want to break the bank. I want something that tastes good, but that is not gonna break the bank. All right, now I'm gonna also add to this 2 tablespoons of sriracha mayo. I know that some of you say, oh, that'll make it too hot. But if you think it's gonna be too hot, add 1 tablespoon and taste it, and then add another tablespoon. We don't think of anything as being too hot, okay? Then I'm gonna add a can of diced green chilies. This is a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. Dump that in there. Dump, dump, dump. La la la. We're gonna do 2 green onions diced into our bowl. Obviously, we're gonna need a little salt and a little pepper. Pinch of both, okay? And I'm gonna mix this up. So, we obviously need some crab in here. Oh, the thing that I was gonna put in here that you don't have to. Candied jalapenos. Now this is that I got at a farmer's market. It actually says Oma's Choice. Oma is like grandma, Oma. And it's from Schulenburg, Texas. I love that, Schulenburg. Okay, so if you don't like hot, then don't put these in. But, you know, the candied jalapenos give you a little bit of flavor without overly heating it up. Now, this faux crab, you certainly could just use your hands and kind of rip it apart. That would be fine. Crumble it up. I'm going to be just a little lazy, and I'm just going to chop it up. But wholly up to you. Wholly up to you, okay? And this is a 16-ounce package. So if you wanted to make smaller amount, just whatever I told you, divide it in half. And then, you know, if you bought one of those smaller packages, the 8-ounce packages, then you could do that. You certainly can use fresh crab. And if you live in a place where that's more economical than it is where I am, then do that. That's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, all my crab is going in to my bowl. Into my bowl. I'm gonna mix this all up. La 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 la. Okay, and I'm gonna set this aside. Okay, let me check. Boiling like all get out. Okay, look how much boiling we got. Look at that. Here's the deal. I need to take out some of these mushrooms, okay? And so, why? Because I'm gonna put some of these mushrooms in a chopper, a handy chopper, or a food processor. A blender would be okay. That's fine. So I'm taking out, I still want mushrooms in here, right? Because this is mushroom soup, and I feel like you need to have some mushroom, right? Over here, I have my little handy chopper. So I'm gonna take, this is about 2 cups of the mushrooms that are hot and steamy. Be careful, hot and steamy. I'm gonna take these and put them in the food processor and kind of pulse them up into a puree. So here you go, look at that. All right, so see how it kind of looks? Yucky. But we want that because combination of the flour that we should have put in, or the cornstarch that we did put in, right? That's what's gonna thicken this up. And so that's a good thing. That's what we want. Because cream of mushroom soup or cream of anything soup shouldn't be too liquid-y, shall I say. There we go. Is that a word? Liquid-y? Too liquidy. Okay. Stirring. La 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 la. We're gonna stir. Oh. Now see, that's much yummy, yummy. But now, how can it be cream of something soup if we don't put cream in it? Now, this is a cup of heavy whipping cream. You want to use half and half, that's fine. You want to use regular milk, that's fine too. That being said, remember, as you go down the fat food chain from heavy down to milk, take some of the mushrooms out. Yes, I could have done that, Gail. You're right. So I'm going to use a whole cup, yum, a whole cup of heavy whipping cream. So the lower the fat you go down. So if you say, I don't want to use the heavy whipping cream, I'm going to use half and half. Or you say, I'm not going to use that, I'm just going to use regular milk, whole milk. Or I'm not going to use whole milk, I'm going to use 2%. Or I'm going to use skim. So as you go down the fat level, then it's not as creamy and as decadent as it might be. Okay? All right. I'm going to put this on the stove just one more time because really I would like this to cook for a while. Ooh, I'll be right back. All right. So our bowl looks lovely. Yum, yum. And you can tell it makes quite a bit. There's probably maybe 5 or 6 cups in here. So quite a bit. Here's what I'm going to do for service. First of all, be jealous. You ready to be jealous? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Be jealous. I know. But she had stuff on sale the other night. Southern Belle. One of my favorite patterns. Who's jealous? Polish pottery jealousy. Anyway, buns. You can use whatever kind of bread you have. These are like little buns, but they were too big, so we cut them in half. And then toasted them. Just put a little butter on them and toast them. You can get regular or creamy and oat milk. Okay, good to know, Barbara. I know, gas stove is just the bomb. Okay, so we just toasted those on both sides. And now, I'm gonna tilt down. And now, I'm just gonna get, where's the bottom? This one's the bottom one, okay? And we'll just get some crab salad. Now you could just eat this with crackers. With crackers would be just fine, okay? Just fine, I tell you. But you need a lot on there. Don't you think we need a lot? Lots and lots and lots. Okay? Oh, and on this end too. Hello? I like, perfect bites. Well, yeah, I'm a little naughty. I know that flower bowl is gorgeous. Okay, and here's our lid. We're putting our lid on it. Ta and da. Okay, first of all, how pretty is that? Yum, yum. Okay, bite. Do I go the right in? I'm gonna do backwards. Ha ha, because you know me. Chewy bread, but good. You're so jealous you're not here. Okay. That thick bread. And because it's been toasted, you get the butter and then that crispiness from being toasted. And then, of course, the creaminess of that salad. And so the heat that we put in there from the sriracha mayo and the candied jalapenos really is not so, it's not like, whoa, right? It would be good on ciabatta bread, Linda. You're right, it would be. But like I said, you can eat it with crackers. You could eat it with veggies. So you just eat it with a spoon. You certainly could. All right, let's dish us up some mushroom soup. Are you ready? All right, I'm gonna move this burner and I'm going to get the soup. Are you ready? Are you ready for soup? Yum. Have another bite of this. I'll be right back. Okay, look, can you see all the steam and the boily and the yummy? Yum. I know, it's too much. It's too good. Look, I'm gonna tilt you even more. Oh, I hope the phone doesn't fall into the soup. Oh, look at that. That is so much better than any, where's my bowl? Here's my bowl. Than any, oh, we're gonna be late today. We still gotta get our cocktail. Okay, look. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up, but we're gonna taste it in just a bit because we gotta make the cocktail. Oh, look at that. And that'll give this an opportunity to cool down so that I don't burn my fingers, because you don't want me to burn my fingers, do you? Okay, cocktail time. I mean, adult beverage. Because you know, Sunday is adult beverage day. So, that being said, one of my grocery stores here sends out this little, thing that's got coupons and recipes in it. And I saw one. Do I deliver? What does it say? You need a televised cooking show. How do we know? Who do we know in Houston to get her on TV? Yeah, I don't know. I bet they don't do that. Okay. Anyway, so there was a drink, an adult beverage called a vampire's kiss. And I thought, since it was October, look what I got. Look what I got. Okay. Gotta take those out. We would do the vampire kiss. So here's how we do the vampire kiss. I gotta get a little bit of ice. We're gonna need 5 ounces of Coke. This is one of those little bitty things of Coke, and it's 7, so I'm probably not gonna use that whole thing, right? You're gonna need some grenadine. You're gonna need some corn syrup. You're gonna need some red food coloring, and you're gonna need some vodka. Ooh! Now, this is Grey Goose vodka. And it's huge, right? I know you must think I'm a lush here, but that being said, I sent my husband to the liquor store. And so, this is a better buy. Of course, I can't lift it all by myself, but so there you go. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to get an ounce of vodka. And you can use your favorite. Like I said, this is Grey Goose, but you can use whatever kind of vodka you want. Okay, so here's how the Vampire's Kiss adult beverage goes. All right, you're gonna take your glass. Look at my new glass I got. Okay, this is our glass. And we're gonna use, hold on, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. I know, gross, right? 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. I'm just gonna put it in the bottom of the bowl. We're not drinking this, so it's okay. And we're gonna put a few drops. Oh, look, I bought this, but I didn't open it. Hold on. Let's see if old arthritis hands here can get it off. Nope, gotta have Rebecca. I gotta have Jessica. Gotta have Jessica open it. See if that's good enough. Okay. We're gonna drop red food coloring into the crab salad. That'd be gross. All right, and we're just gonna put a few drops of red food coloring. There we go. Oh, that was more than a few. Into there. Oh, it looks gross. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, red food coloring. I'm gonna tilt you down so you can see. And then we're just gonna take a spoon. Can you see that? Look. You use that to make glass candy at Christmas. Ah. Okay, so you see? Now, if you're gonna do this in plastic, be careful, because that red food coloring is gonna, sometimes you can't get that out. But this is Polish pottery, and Polish pottery doesn't stain, so I'm not worried. Okay, so there it is. Ugh, blah, blood, 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 I tell you. All right, here's what we do. No. All right, here's what we do. we're gonna need 1 ounce of vodka. We're gonna use a 1/2 ounce of grenadine, 5 ounces of cola, and that's it. That's it? Yes. And I might put a maraschino cherry on the top, because I like them. But before we do that, we're gonna stick our glass in. Okay, here we go. You ready? We're gonna take our thing, we're gonna take our glass and dip it into the red food color and the cornstarch. Hold on. Gross. Okay. Jessica hates when I say gross. And then we're gonna flip it. And it should start to run down. Now, and that's the blood dripping down. So while it's running down, we're gonna put some ice in here, okay? So put ice in your glass. Oh, that looks gross already, doesn't it? She hates when I say gross. Too bad. Okay, ice in our glass. Then we're gonna put our ounce of vodka. In we go. And we're layering, we're not mixing. Now we're gonna do our 1/2 ounce of grenadine. Okay, 1/2 ounce of grenadine. Oh, but it went all the way in. Oh well. And then 5 ounces of soda. Although I may not get 5 ounces in there, but there you go. And there it is. I'm gonna put a cherry in there just for measure. It sunk anyway. Okay, look at that. Is that creepy? Is that creepy or what? Ooh, creepy, creepy. Let's take a sip. Oh my. I'm gonna give it a stir though, because I need some of the other stuff to be on top. So when you taste the rim, it's just like when you're having a margarita and you get the salt on the rim. So you get this, of course, maybe it'll turn my lips bright red, but smooth. Hold on, I better do it this way, or it's not the same. Look, they're purple. Can I do it, Steve? No, I can't do it. Okay, well, I hope you guys had fun today. Let's taste our soup, and then we'll be gone. We'll taste our soup, and then we'll be gone, baby, gone. Oh, my. That drink is yummy. It looks disgusting, but it's yummy. All right, without vodka for the grandkids. There you go. I need more cherries. Look, can you see the mushrooms? And that's why it's thickened up enough. And it's got a little bit of body because of the cornstarch or flour and the mushrooms that we pureed. But we want some of those whole mushrooms in there, right? Okay, here we go. I don't want to burn my mouth. It is a warm hug. If it's cold where you are, or you're not feeling good, or you're recovering from tonsillitis, whatever it is that you're going through, this really is a warm hug and a bowl. So I wholly recommend that you give this a shot. This is not your can of cream of mushroom. You gotta have some of this. And of course we made our crab salad to go in our little buns, yummy. And then, just because it's October, we should have fun. We made our vampire's kiss, yum. So cheers. From my kitchen to your kitchen, I hope your day is filled. Whether it be with the seafood, the warm hug, or you just wanted an adult beverage that's a little kooky. You guys have a great day. Cheers, and we'll see you when we see you. Oh, I do want to say before I say goodbye, I'm looking at a new schedule, and I'll post it. But I'm looking at changing Cindy's Kitchen to Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So just because of that, make sure on Facebook that you have turned on your notifications. And that way, if I have a special show, if we have a special guest, or I'm doing an extra one, you know exactly when we're gonna be on. All right? So until the next time, you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.